Good morning, everyone. It's Janine here from Phil and Tom Plus, and we are recording our podcast. And Tom, what are you doing?
I'm waiting for the podcast to start, Mum.
Okay, Tom's going to do the intro. There you go, Tom.
You're doing the intro.
I just did it.
Well, do it better. Go ahead.
I just
You
did.
introduce me and Dad.
Oh, hi, everyone. And we have with us this morning, we have
Phil eating breakfast
And Tom.
at 9 o'clock.
being a smarty pants.
I believe the term is smart ass.
Well, okay, smart ass. This early in the morning, considering the slothful creature has just dragged himself out of bed.
Oh, the slothful creature.
Slothful.
Get stuffed.
It's not even like you went to bed late. 8 hours sleep. What's this? Civilization or something? Anyhow, I'm pretty chuffed with my morning. Do you want to know what I've done this morning?
Oh, well, isn't this a difference compared to yesterday when she got up and she was all huffy and puffy and blew the house down? Jeez.
That
Why?
reminds me
Because
of
you
a
got it
nursery
later.
rhyme.
Oh, she's
What did I do yesterday?
There's just nothing's going on. She was up at 3 o'clock yesterday.
Oh, silky. Silk.
Okay.
And now she's all happy and peppy and she's giving me crap for just having a bit of longer sleep. Well, excuse me for existing.
Yes, that's right. I will excuse you. So anyhow, there you go. You're not interested
Anyway,
in what
so
I
what's-
would
Yeah, oh,
done
I'm
this-
interested. What did you
I'm
do?
interested. I just need to get that little point across.
Okay, what have I done this morning? I finished off the tax, sent it to the accountant, which was a pain in the butt. You know what it really annoys me when they just send you questions that are so simple? Just look at the friggin' file. Why can't they do that?
I don't know.
I have no idea why they can't do that. Done the stuff for the Phuket trip, because Phil's going to Phuket in December, everybody.
Phuket sounds a little shitty.
No, it's supposed to be really nice.
I think you missed my joke.
In Thailand.
I think you missed my joke.
What's the joke?
Phuket sounds
Oh.
a little shitty. Oh.
Early in the morning.
Doesn't matter what time it is. Doesn't matter if you've just got up. It's as quick as a
I've
whip.
done my posting. All my posting is done. Cleaned out the
That's
fridge because
exciting.
it's fridge Thursday, and Coco loves fridge Thursday because I clean out my fridge because we go shopping on Friday mornings, and Coco loves fridge Thursday because she gets all the leftovers.
Is that what's been going on, Coco?
And now she's in a comatose state because she's overeaten all the leftovers, and she's just lying on her mat napping because her belly's too big and too heavy to walk around and do anything. Okay, that was my morning. I'm off to a good start. There you go.
What have you been doing, Tom?
What, in the morning? Well, today I had a great morning. I got up and replied to some comments. I also posted to a YouTuber who's got less than 10,000 subscribers who also replies to comments. I asked what she records with her computer screen for games because I can't use Camtasia
Why? Since when?
because it doesn't record games. Anyway,
Oh,
there's a couple
okay.
of options. I'm going to
Yes,
go into some technical details. Fraps, which records if you
I've
record
heard that.
if you record for 1 minute, that 1 minute is worth like 3 gigabytes worth of memory, so that's brutal. So if you record 10 minutes, it's like 30 gigabytes, which is
So why
massive.
would you do that?
Well, because I didn't know what else to use. The other one is something like called OBS that I was looking at last night, watching a bloke talk about his setup,
Yeah.
and I've used it. I've tried to use that before back in the day. It's super technical. Anyway, this chick replied and she said use XSplit. So I just went on the website,
XSplit.
XSplit, and the big theme that seems to be there is that it's user friendly. And I watched a video and it looked very user friendly, which is great. And hopefully, when I actually record the games,
So what's
it won't be
this going to
the
do?
file
So
won't be so massive.
So what's this going to do? So you can have the game going, you have your headset on, so you can comment on the game.
This is a highlight video. By the way, guys, we're talking about another business here. This is a highlight video. So you got 2 game videos. You got one where I just play the game. There's no editing. It's just me running through a game. And then there's the other ones where you play a game. Usually they're cheap flash computer games that look really crappy, but they're funny. And you just record for about half an hour. You cut up all the funny bits, all the highlights, and that's very exciting because I didn't know how to record those games, and now I do.
I'm confused. What were you using before? You weren't.
I was using Camtasia to record flash games, but if I want to get a real game, a proper game on the computer, I can't use Camtasia to record.
Because it doesn't go as long. Or...
No, because it just doesn't allow you to record those proper games. I don't
Oh.
know why it's not built in there. Anyway,
Oh.
that's what happened to me this morning, which is very exciting.
Mm.
And why we're here, why not mention... I mean, I should be called the Riddler, really, because my question asking ability has done it again. I jump on there yesterday on the marketing call. What do we got to do? And once again, I ask a question, and he just dropped some bombs, doesn't he? He just drew out a map. This is what you got to do, and now we know what we have to do to build our next product.
Mm.
You're welcome.
No problem, Mr. Tickets
Universe.
on yourself.
Well, it's in the morning, so my humility has not woken up yet.
Really?
Yeah.
It only wakes up for what? A fraction of a millisecond for the day.
Yeah. Well, I said something yesterday when I was playing games with the lads, and we were recording something, and they were fantastic videos, by the way, for their channel. And
What was?
the videos we recorded yesterday. I didn't record; they recorded, but I was in the video.
Oh, okay.
So let's face it, they need the humour. Anyway, I said something, I can't remember what it was, and Eric told me to get up and walk through the door, see if I could get my head through the door.
Oh,
Right,
really?
my
Did you
head's
take
in.
it? So you can't remember what it
I
was?
took
So you,
severe offence to that, Mum.
oh, did you
You know
make
why?
it as a
'Cause
point?
that's my line. That's the line I use.
What? So you didn't? So you didn't take it as a point that maybe you're spouting off about whatever you were spouting about?
Well, I wasn't spouting off, I was just suggesting, I mentioned a bit of news in the industry, the gaming industry, that he would be interested in. And I said, I can't really tell you about it. Maybe you should go over to the Tom Spartan channel and check out the video. Just so I could get another view, another comment, another like. Shameless self-promotion. Keyword shameless.
Cross promoting. So were you on there as a guest player or something?
Well, yeah, if they're going to record, I don't have to do anything, I'm just there to have fun.
You had you just add another personality to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So what have you been doing, Phil? There you go. That's enough. Heard enough about you, Tom.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a kick in the nose.
Well, I don't
It's
know.
been so
The
exciting.
people who are listening, I think I always like to sort of, I'm thinking of them, like, what are these guys talking about? And you guys keep going, it's just about, light-hearted, a bit of fun.
This
blah,
is
blah,
why
blah.
we have Phil on the podcast, because he brings it all back.
To bring the tone down.
He
Put out
grounds
a
us.
million videos. We put out a million videos
We
a
just
week.
grounds us just a fraction. So yes, go on.
Well,
you can bring it back to the people.
I think the person out there, and maybe they want to make money online, maybe they, they're in a job, they don't like, perhaps they're in a business that's not profitable. So what we do is we
Sorry
went
to
on-
cut you off here, but just a question to everybody. How many people do you reckon, right, have a job and they actually like it?
I think it's a smaller percentage. That's
Do you reckon it's a 97.3?
yeah, it's a lot.
That actually would... No, I reckon it's smaller than that. I mean, like it that they don't mind getting up and going. But then there's people... How many people would be out there that would actually get up, go to work, if they didn't get paid?
Well, that's right. It's a very small percentage.
If you liked your job that much, you would think like a scientist.
I think you've got to be pretty
Like
lucky.
research people would probably do that.
Yeah.
I mean, but they do have to eat. I mean,
There's different stages of life that people go through. So, I think that, we've done a fair share. We've done 50 years. I did 30 years and you did 20 years, 50 years of working.
You just like to forget that 10 years, that was work.
I've done a
How
strong,
many did I put you down for? 20.
20, and you just like to take the 10 years I stayed home looking after the children, doing bookwork for 2 companies, landscape gardening, building a house, and child minding 6 kids. You tend to forget that 10 years. I don't think that
You think
that
that
should
should
not. I don't think that should be taken off. That should be so. It's 30 each.
It's the untold,
buddy.
it's the untold truths, isn't it? I mean, is it just? It's a gene that I've noticed in you, Mum, that you have to exaggerate everything. Oh, I was minding 6 kids. I was building a house at the same time. Now that gives the impression that you're minding 6 kids and you're at the back building a house. That was not true, Mum.
We're building a house up the road.
Well, you didn't say we, and you're not building the house.
The builder was building
Yeah,
the
the
house.
builder,
at the
but you
moment.
took credit for it. You gave the
Hey.
impression that you were there, fucking
I
hammering the
didn't-
nails.
Oh, I did the landscaping up there.
Well, you know what? I was fucking working on that house too.
Yeah, you were up
I
there.
was working on that house too because I fucking
You were
patted down
painting the
the
friggin'
sand
house.
with my feet.
You're
So
in
technically, I built that house too. By your logic.
Yeah, so I think the Tom's, you know, all the businesses. When I say all, there's only a few, but the businesses that we have is largely built around our brand, Phil and Tom. But then it's now diversified, and Tom's actually gone out and got your own YouTube channel, Tom
Bit
Spartan. Sorry,
Bit cheeky of him.
no, that's good.
Oh,
And
it's because I'm just such an ass, mum. See what I did
I'm
there?
waiting for the joke.
See it? You don't get it?
No.
You said I'm a bit cheeky.
Oh,
It's
you know what? You know
I
what? When
can't, you can't turn it.
you know what? When you have to explain the joke, it's not funny.
There's no off. Well, you guys are slow. There's no off switch on Genius, is there? You're just reeling them out. Reeling them out.
Okay.
you can lead a man to knowledge,
Oh,
but you
gosh.
can't make him think.
Uh-huh.
That's
Okay, you can
actually
continue.
impressive.
We won't cut you off.
No, I was just saying that a bloke on Facebook, you know, it's a Facebook troll, you know, hey, oh, hi Phil, you know, and how are you? And da, 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 oh, good, you know, and yeah, I live in wherever he lived. But basically, what his contact point is, you sort of know what they're about. They want to sell you something, but they're not interested in the relationship at all.
Yeah,
Largely.
that's called a spammer.
Spammer.
Yeah, not a troll is somebody who. That's actually a term on the internet.
Oh,
A troll is somebody on the internet who literally just comments and stuff just to be an asshole.
oh, fair enough. Okay, well there you go. So basically, he said, you know, oh, what business are you in? And so I always think, I feel like it's a funny question. So I think, oh, this guy mustn't know much, you know, about online. We've got our own brand. That's our business. It's called, you know, just Google Phil and Tom.
Yeah.
Google that, and you'll be able to see our YouTube channel, our Facebook presence, you know, and our website, a bit like that. So I think that you know, for the people listening, yeah, we've got our own brand, Phil and Tom, but then you've got your own individual brand, Tom Spartan, which is a whole different genre, which is all based on you know, making trailers for video games and movies, and video games, movies, and what's your third one?
Skits.
Skits. Yeah, I haven't not quite up with the skits part. And I think that's a great thing for young people to be, you know, if they've got into it, to consider having their own business online that's about what they like and what they enjoy. So there's a second business, and the third one, our third interest online is me, and I'm building a product for stage, webinars and video, a stage production largely. Because the reason for that was, and this is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but when we went to Mexico a couple of years ago, I sort of become very interested in the fact that people said, you know, you make a lot of money by selling from stage, a bit like that. But it also means selling on webinars and selling on video. And then obviously the other part of our business is affiliates, and that's where we basically either we just partner or we license with other people. And so for the people, you know, the major fundamental point is that, you know, you build a list, you build a subscriber base, which is what you're doing with Tom Spartan. And, you know, you follow these YouTube people, and you've said, oh, you know, it doesn't faze you, or, you know, you're open to this idea of having 1 million subscribers.
10.
So
10
million. Right. Well, it's a bit out there for me,
The
but
figures man got the figures wrong.
10 million subscribers by December 31st, 2019.
right. Okay. So I just think that's a great thing in this modern world, that people can, you know, they can, and the beauty, and I've got to say this. I made a video last weekend. It was called, I think it was called How to Be a Millionaire Online, something like that. I forget the detail. And so some bloke on Facebook, you know, he sort of basically had a crack saying, oh, you know, get to the point, sound like a car salesman, a bit like that, you know. And I sort of, you know, I'm just thinking, I mean, this is only a new
Did
guy.
you reply to it?
Yeah, I replied. And we had a couple of, you know, bounce backs. But I just thought, wow, I mean, this guy, you know, and he sort of said, if you want, I want to learn something, or he insinuated he wanted to learn something. Well, just shut up, sit back and relax, because I made a lot of good points in the video. In the end, I was basically saying you need to have people that actually meet you, maybe at a live event that you can actually talk to online. I mean, man, that's a pretty, you could, if he had been played his cards, if he wanted to, he could make contact and we could talk about whatever it was instead of being some. And the funny thing on Facebook, I've noticed a couple of people is it's like they can't communicate effectively even in writing. The words are all bumbly or mumbly, and it's like, man, if you want to run a business or you want to make money, where's your executive communication? Because you just don't have any. You can't even understand what you're talking about. There's no context to what you're saying, so don't comment. That's what I feel like saying. Whoever that bloke is, he's obviously a nice guy on planet Earth. But in that video, it was, when I think back, it's sort of probably high. It's high level. It's sort of outside that newbie zone because we've been through a lot of stuff, and we're in a position to comment, to say, well, look, you know what? There's these guys out there that basically can't help you. These can't help you. They're really all about the marketing. They got a couple of skills, and I'm not going to mention the names of the people. They can't help you. They have no structure, basically. And then there are people out there. There's so many different things going on, and so in the end, if you can't reach out and talk to someone and get perspective on it, get perspective based on your situation and your skills and how your brain works, man, it's going to be hard. It's going to cost you a lot of time, a lot of money. You become very despondent, and so that's the message in the video. And I'm thinking, I don't like that. Anyway, so there's just a few points.
Well, on that comment that guy made, I didn't see it, so I don't know what it was. I think feedback is good. Where they say, oh, I think you should do this, I think you should do this. But one thing from the YouTube thing that I know, it's inevitable. It's the way the internet works. And you hear it from every other YouTuber that you're going to get hate.
Yeah,
you're going to get hate.
This wasn't hate.
I know. But this it's on the same line, and it's inevitable. And the way you deal with it, and this is how I've just dealt with it so far. And I've only got one, and I banned the guy because you could see he was a troll,
right?
Literally a troll. Yeah. So I literally had no tolerance for it. It's like, you're banned.
Yeah, good, great. That's good.
And then he was on Yummy Cereal as well. And I saw a comment. I said, guys, you got to ban this guy. And they saw the comment. And they're like, fucking piss off, mate. It's amazing the power. It's almost too much for me. It's like, oh, you better not say something else. Bang. It's just magnificent. But the way, and I was listening to a guy. I found another guy on Facebook. I found another bloke yesterday. He's got about 4 million subscribers, games and stuff. Jacksepticeye or something. Anyway, I was watching one of his videos because as soon as I saw his videos, I'm like, oh, this is a channel I can learn from, especially because he plays all these little games that I can play as well. And he's doing this one where he was talking about hate and how he built quite a positive community on YouTube, which is different because I've been on channels before where you just look at the comments and it's nothing but fucking hate.
Right.
Oh, it's brutal. And I was watching this girl one time, and I'm just thinking, man, and you can tell when somebody gets really affected by it. It's like, fuck. It doesn't surprise me that we hear those stories where somebody has committed suicide because of cyberbullying, because there's no consequence to what you can say. But he said the same thing. He said the way you deal with it is you just ignore it. You don't reply. Don't ever reply. And then I remember that first one I got. Because I had him. I just could have got him. I had such a good comment come back. But you can't say it because the guy said 4 million subscribers. He says that's what they want. The trolls, they're literally looking for attention. And you've seen on other videos where it's nothing but hate. They say one thing and another subscriber, they reply back.
And it just goes back.
And it just goes back and forth and back and forth. And it drives you crazy. It's like, just talk about the video. So the way you deal with that, it's on the same trajectory you were talking about. Is you don't reply to that. I reply to all the comments, all the positive ones. I reply to feedback, any feedback. But as soon as it gets like that, you ignore them. And if you see it, I saw it twice, and straight away, and you troll, gone.
You can reply to negative feedback. It's the way it's given. If it's a suggestion to say,
feedback is okay.
Yeah.
If it's constructive criticism, that's okay. Go ahead. Please tell me. Because
Yeah.
I'm making a video and you're watching it.
Yeah.
So I want it to be good for the person who's watching it. But you can tell
Yeah, I
when
know.
it's somebody who's just trying to antagonise.
Yeah.
And there, you can't reply. I've seen multiple YouTubers
Try to reply.
say you have to ignore it. You can't reply to it. And then I've seen other YouTubers reply to it, and it's just this big, massive fight. And it goes on for, and you can see the comments. It's like it starts here, and then it's been going on for like a month. It's like it's such a waste of energy. Like every time I reply to a comment, I actually have to think about what I'm going to say.
Sure.
I couldn't imagine if I had to come up with a comeback.
Oh,
it's
the amount of
brutal.
time. Yeah, you're actually right. Yeah.
Well, that's it for our podcast this week, everybody. Hope you have a lovely weekend.
See you guys.
Tom,
Bye.
you going to do the sign off?
No, you do the sign off. You're doing good. You're controlling the podcast now because I don't have to record on my computer, so it's all you now.
Yeah, I sort of got bumped with this. I don't know. How did that happen?
Because you said, oh, what are we trying to record it on my computer? And I was like, ding. Now I don't have to do that
Yeah.
stupid transfer and compress the fucking thing. And great.
I probably shouldn't have done that. Anyway, have a great weekend,
Have a great
and we
weekend.
will catch you next week. If you like the podcast, leave a comment below, and catch you next week. Bye.
Monkeys.